Bila shaka na sasa tuelekee katika majengo ya bunge ambapo Gavana wa Kitui Charity Ngilu amefika mbele ya kamati ya seneti ya uhasibu wa mali ya umma.
Na tusikize tu jinsi mambo yanavyoendelea kwa sasa hivi.
Yuko hapa akiendelea tu kuhojiwa, namuona seneta hapo akiuliza swali, hebu tusikie anasemaje.
Also, Chairman, and also the correspondence to the Auditor General's office. It would be a tragedy if this committee would prosecute its business in the manner that we did, including first putting the governor on oath and overlooking the requirements of that oath and the implications, and especially on the necessity to be truthful. And Chair, because, for example, if that officer advises the governor, and the governor takes that, and it is assumed by this committee, by virtue of the fact that the governor is on oath, she is giving information and evidence to this quasi-judicial sitting, pursuant to Article 125 of the Constitution, and the requirement for truthfulness is imbibed in the oath that she took. If we reduce that discussion to just what was there, they brought, they did not bring, they whatever, it went there, and then that matter is closed, it would set a very bad precedent. And you have told the governor she is a long-standing and sitting member of parliament then, and so she knows the rules. Chairman, the rule of perjury applies, and so if the officers there and the governor advising the governor give evidence and information that is not truthful or that cannot be verified, they are guilty of perjury. And this is a quasi-judicial sitting, Chair. And I do not want to read the provisions of Article 125 because the governor is very, very aware about them in her long-standing career as a politician and as a leader. But what example will we be setting if other county governments appear here and they come and argue with this committee, and it is just left to rest that they claimed that they brought, yet we know the procedure. And that's what I'm saying, Chair. I think that matter needs to be closed with a ruling that if that evidence exists, Chair, including the acknowledgement of receipt, then it must be produced to this committee. Failure to which, then the county government would be guilty of perjury, and indeed the governor and the officer advising them of perjury while under oath, Chairman.
I think we would like to spend as little time as possible on procedural issues so that we deal with substantive issues. And that's the reason why I want to get us out of the issues of procedure and take a decision whether we are capable to proceed to the substantive issues. And I feel very limited, the sense that the auditor has not briefed me on resolution of issues. That is a tradition, and that is how public account committees work. The Auditor General comes, does the audit, brings a report to Parliament, and comes back and talks to your CEC to find out whether issues raised have been mitigated. It is not our pleasure to look at a report that was done 1 year ago. Now, I want to find out, has there been any conversation between your officers and the Auditor General on the issues that were raised in the 2017-18 audit in terms of follow-up for mitigation?
No, not as yet. Not as yet, Mr. Chairman.
So then, what value will this sitting be of? Because we are not just here to tick a box that Governor Ngilu appeared before the Senate.
I agree with you.
We are here to do some work. We are here on public expense. You are here on public expense. You must have left other business to come here.
Absolutely.
So we can't just sit here and tick a box that we appeared, and then that is the end of it. We must do justice to the people of Kitui. I don't feel that we are prepared or we are set up properly to do that. But let me hear from, you'll go first, Vice Chair Wambua?
I thought so too.
Let me go.
Okay, Senator Wambua.
Sure. Chair, I thank you. Chair, it's very clear that the executive arm of the county government of Kitui says they delivered documents relating to 2015-2016 and 2016-2017. They have read a letter which was written by this committee which clearly states that the interest of this committee will more be on the 2017-2018 financial year, the audit report. Chair, that report is, I believe, the documents that are behind the cameras. In all fairness, Mr. Chairman, he who seeks justice must come with clean hands. How are we supposed to deal with those documents now, when there is no brief from the Auditor General, there is no brief from our Secretariat? We will just be doing what you are saying, Chair. We will be ticking boxes that the county government of Kitui appeared, and that is not justice to the people of Kitui. That's my submission, Chair.
Yeah, Chair, I've been listening to the conversations here quite carefully, and I'm of the view, I'm persuaded to make some requests from you as the Chair, but allow me some time to lay the basis of the grounds for the application I'm making. Chair, you know, the Governor Kitui, just as many have said, is not a new or any other ordinary visitor to Parliament. She's been in Parliament for a long time. She's been a member of Cabinet. She served this nation under this current constitution because she was a Cabinet Minister immediately after the 2013 elections, where we completely, or Cabinet was constituted by application of this constitution. And for that matter, she has enough experience and knowledge in terms how people relate or communicate with the Parliament. And for that reason, I'm not persuaded to believe that it's just anybody who doesn't know exactly what is required of her. And if that could be the case, then it would be very unfortunate for the people of Kitui to have a governor who does not or is not able to read the constitution, the various provisions of the law or other statutes, and comply as required as a state officer. And for avoidance of doubt, Chair, allow me refer the governor to Section 62, subsection A, B, and C of the Public Audit Act, so that she may understand the seriousness and the gravity of the issues before her, before we even can indict her on matters of perjury. And this particular provision, Madam Governor, I will be able to read to you, is these are offences related to the actions or behavior of public officers when dealing with the committee and with the auditors.
Na bila shaka baadhi tu ya sheria ama kanuni za bunge ambazo seneta Amefika anamsomea Charity Ngilu hapo gavana wa Kitui, ili awe ni mwenye kutii zile amri ama maelekezo ambayo yatatolewa pale na kamati hiyo ya uhasibu ya seneti ambayo inachunguza mambo yale ama fedha ilivyotumika katika kaunti ya Kitui. Anaambiwa kwamba amekuwa
Heshimu.
Anasema kwamba amekuwa bungeni kwa muda mrefu zaidi kuelewa kwamba hafai kuwa ni mwenye kupuuzilia mbali mapendekezo ya kamati za bunge.
Na ni ukweli kumekuwa na tabia baadhi wanakaidi wanapokuwa wanatakana wafike mbele ya kikao cha Senate. Ni swala ambalo na bunge, lakini Senate ndio imekuwa ikilalamika sana kwamba haiheshimiwi kwa kiasi fulani. Kwa hiyo tuna imani kwamba huu ni mwanzo mpya labda wa viongozi kuwajibika na kuheshimu Senate, na Senate ndio atakweza kujua zaidi vipi matumizi ya fedha yanavyoendelea, maana yake wao kama Senate ndio ambao wanapanga zaidi na ule mgao ambao watakana ufike kule mashinani.